Hello, in this video today we will work on a bridal set. On this bridal set we will design the engagement ring and the matching wedding band. Today I will start with the matching wedding band, so the first thing is the ring rail and also the outside ring rail. So I click on the right button of my mouse and I got the outside ring rail. I will go for 2.2, that's great. Now, something that it's important to talk about is that on these ring rails we always have the seam at the very top, right? So if I just place one profile placer, it goes on the position 0, that is where the seam is, and is at the very top. Today I want to have a clean surface at the top, so what I will do is just move this seam to the bottom. So let me delete this one, and now I will use this new tool from MatrixGold 3.3, that is the change seam from this one, and I will add it to the, move it to the 0.5, that will be just at the bottom. I will do the same on this one, 0.5. So now if I again try to place a profile, you see it goes at the bottom. Alright, so we're in a better place now. Now let's select the curve, let's place a profile. I will select another one. I want something that is half done, so I will use this one, and I can select outside curve, so I set the thickness and I just do the auto sweep. Fantastic. Now from the right, what I will do is select the smart curve. I will select it with symmetry vertical and close on, and I will do something like clicking on the shift, so I get a straight line probably up to here. Alright, so now we have this curve, and I will project using again another new tool from MatrixGold 3.3, that is the parametric project. So I want this one, and I want to project it in this surface that I have. Very important. Now I have the direction to project from the top, but I want it from the side, alright, because we are on the side view, so I want it from the side. So I click enter, let's see what we got. So as you can see, I have, let me select it, this group of two curves. It's important to understand that this is a group. I don't want to break this group because this keeps the parametric history, but it's important to keep it in mind because now I will use another tool parametric, that is the pull push, and when we select the pull push is looking for one curve, not for a group. So when it's asking me to select a group, I click on the shift control to select only this curve. And in just one go, we get this nice area where we can place the gems. I feel like 0.5 is too much because I want to set 1mm stones, so I will go for 0.4. So that's fantastic. So keep in mind that this is parametric, right? So now if I go to the profile placer and instead 4mm, let me go to the right view so you are able to see it. Instead 4mm, I want to go for 4.5. Everything recalculates, and as you can see, I made it a bit wider, but still the area where I want to set the stones is the same. I can do the same with a curve. I can move the curve, make it wider or narrower, and still everything will recalculate. But let me go back to the 4mm. I think that was better, so I will go to 3.8 actually. So I want something that, you know, is not too heavy. Nice. Okay, so we have a base with these steps that, this can be a base for many different scenarios. So when I have something like this, I like to do a full save. And the reason why is because maybe we need to change something else, but still we keep all this area that is parametric. So if I want to make any change, I can get back to it and do anything. Okay. Now, what I want to place here is two different things. The first one, I want to play a Pavé, and also I want to make this a bit, hollow, because it would be too heavy. Alright, so the first thing that I will do is, let me move this layer. What I will do now is just make a part hollow. Alright, so how I can do that? First of all, I like to follow this curve, because as you know, here we have 2.2, 1.8 here, so I rather to follow the top or the outside curve, so I can keep always the same thickness. The way that I will do that is I will go on the 4 views. Again, I will select the profile, placer, I will select the outside curve, and as you can see, it goes to the bottom. Because the curve is not a ring rail, this is the way that is following the curve direction. But now in the MatrixGold 3.3 we have a new placement method that it's called frontal, and it places the profile in the right position in this kind of situations. Now I will select the same profile that I used before. This is the one, and I will move it probably up to here. So this will be the area that I will hollow. Now, as you know, we made the width of this bend 3.8. If I want to keep just say minimum 0.5 of it on each side, I would go to 2.8. Cool. And now I will move it. Now I will go to this window. So I will move it like this. So this is where we have the profile, so it's following to its ISO curve. So I think that I can go even a bit farther. Because it's parametric, I can do the Boolean and then, so mirror profile. And now I will do the sweep one between this ring rail and these two profiles. Alright, so let's do the Boolean to see the result. At the end of the day, I can go back at any time. Alright, so it looks fine to me. And again, if you want to go a bit farther, the only thing that you need to do is just go to the profile edit, and instead 2.8, we can go to 3.1. And as you can see, I'm recalculating in real time. So this is the beauty of the parametric. Nice. Alright, so I'm happy with this. Again, I still have everything parametric. This is something that I can be interested to use it later on. So let's just save it here. It's telling me that already exists, but I want to overwrite this one, so yes. Alright. What will be the next step is to place stones on this area. And now, as you can see, because we moved the seam at the bottom, it was better for us to work on this way, because now even this sweep was better. the seams allowed to have this clean surface here. So now I can go to gems and I can create a pavé selecting this surface, and you see I have a nice and clean surface. Alright, so as I said at the very beginning, we will use 1mm stones. And look, it fits very nice. Probably I would add another gem here, but because the tolerance that we have is not allowing us to do it. And probably I can go even and add more stones because the distance between gems is 0.2. So let me go to 0.1 and let's see what do I get. There we go. Even better. So I like the distance that we keep between the border and just the end of these gems, on the side gems. So now I really like the result that we are getting here. It's even on both sides, so I think that it looks very, very good. So now I will validate, and there we go. Always keep in mind that in case that you want to make any modification to the pavé, you can go to the gem springs, right? So on the gem springs, you can select the gems, and once you select the gems, you need to select the surface. I will select with the Control Shift this one, and then you are able to make any modification. If you just turn off the magnet, because then all the other gems won't move, and you will be able to either add gems, delete gems. With the keyboard, you can just make them bigger or smaller, so you have many options to make any modification that you want on this pavé. I will keep it as it is because I feel like it looks very nice. And now the next step is to place prongs to all these gems. When the pavé is so perfect like this one, we have this tool that it's called pavé prongs, that it works fantastic. So I will select the gems, I will select the surface, again Control Shift, and by itself place a prong on each intersection. Alright, now because the gems are 1mm, I feel like these prongs are too high. It's nice when the prongs follows, you know, the shape of the ring. So because we remove all this area, probably what we can do is just move them to 0.3 and let's see how do they look like, or even 0.35. That's good because now they are just below the outside ring rail. Now something that also I would like to do is to add some meat here, right? So we have the overlap, that it's what is allowing the prong to go inside the gem. So probably I like, you know, when you see metal here. So probably I would go to 0.4. Let's see what happens. This is something else, you know, this is nice. I like it. Let's try a bit more. All right. This looks good. So 0.5 and 0.35. The reason why I memorize these values is because there is this area that I want to add, you know, prongs. To do that, I will use the prong on surface, select the surface, this is the surface, and now is where I will use the 0.4. Because these two are parametric, let me open this one. So 35 above and overlap. Oh yeah, the diameter I don't know it because, but like this is, I don't know the diameter here because it's the overlap, the way that we work. So I will just edit and let me move this one around here. Then I will add another one just here. Not sure if I want to add another one. No, I think that will be too much. I will keep it like this. I don't need to go and add on the other areas because the only thing that I need to do is just use the mirror. I will use the multi. So now I have them everywhere. All right. So I think that we are in a very good spot. Now probably what I would like to do is to have a nice finish in this area. So I would like to do some filigree to cover this empty or this hollow area. All right. All right. So first let me just save the part where we have the gems. So we have first the base that is totally parametric. We have this part with all the gems. And now let's go back to curves. And I will duplicate the edge. So I have this edge. I have also this edge. Now I will create a loft. So between this line and this line. I'm selecting these lines because they are grouped with a Control Shift. So we have now this surface. That is the surface that I will use to place filigree. I can use many. So I will be able to use either from transform, I could use the smart pattern. From curves, I could use, and actually I can show you. So I can use the Jali on this one. So I could go to Jali. I could select a pattern like this one, and I would get something like this that I could scale. All right, so I could do something like this, and this is cool because we have many different options. All right, keep in mind that when we are doing that, we always, we are using wire to make this, so we need to recalculate that the wire, where we place the wire, because it needs to follow the ring rail. All right, so now that we have all this area, what I will do is use the pipe. So let's go to tools. No, sorry. Where do I have the pipe? There we go, pipe. I select the curves. These are the curves. And now from here I can select what do I want. So I would like to go to 0.25, 0.25. All right, so I will get this pattern. And the last step, well, there is 2 steps left, but this will be almost the last one. That will be just going to cutters, cut to ring, select the surfaces. These are the surfaces. And now probably there is a lot of different pipes here. Will ask me for the ring rail. Oh, okay. I already selected ring rail, so it already did operation. So this is why it was taking longer. So I validate. So now we have this pattern in this area. Okay. So it looks, let me just select this one and hide So now we have this area that it looks nicer. Alright, so the ring will be lighter, so it will be very, very nice. I still could go a bit thinner, because at the end of the day, when because I have control with the pipe and everything is parametric, if I want to keep more space, but I think that it's okay. I don't want the ring to be too weak, because I am taking a lot of weight off from this area, so I will keep it like this. And as the last one, I will use the gem cutter. So I have all these gems here. So now what we will do is just add cutters to all these gems. All right, so just let me go to this layer and hide this, just to see these cutters. I think that they are okay like this. So I will validate them. And now we'll do the Boolean. So solid Boolean difference between this part and all the cutters. Enter. So now it's doing, as you can see, my mouse pointing is spinning. So let's wait for the Boolean to finish. I don't know how many stones we have, 85. So actually here in properties it's telling me that we have 45 stones. So this is over. Let me just move this here, and I go back to this one. Up. As you can see, the cutters wasn't long enough, and because as you remember, this area here is higher, so the only thing that we need to do is just go to the gem cutter, edit, and on the bottom length I will go a bit further. So now it should be okay. When you have so many stones, and this is very, very important, and I will do this because now you see I moved the cutters, and now it's recalculating again the Boolean of all these gems. So it's working fine, but it took me a while because I had to recalculate just because this move that I made here. This is very important because we have this option in edit, in preferences. On the dynamic commands, we have this option that is recalculate geometry on command N. Alright, so what does this mean? That now, and you see, even the view is different. Now I can go and just move it up, and it's not recalculating now. Alright, so I don't need to wait so long to see what happens. Alright, so let me go back and keep it as I had it. Dynamic commands. So this is option is very, very good when when you have a very heavy model. To make all these operations is something that it's worth to have it. Okay, so now we should be in a better place because all the cutters were going through the metal. So now we should see all the holes everywhere. So let me just add the cover. That's nice. All right, so we have already the matching wedding band. Again, I will do a full save of this matching wedding band. All right, so now we have the matching wedding band. I save it because now what I will do is the following. I will show all the commands that are hide, so I want to show them all, okay? Because what I want to do is just break the history from from the miscellaneous tab. So I just want to keep what I am interested with. So I will show you. All right, so now we have all of them. Now what I will do is just break the history. All right, so I will select everything and I will break the history. New ones are left probably because I didn't select it, but I don't care. So I will delete anything that I am not interested with. So I'm not interested with this part, not either with this one. I like this one. So, okay. I believe that I will also delete any curve that I don't need. I want to keep it as light as I can. I don't want to have, I will delete those from here. All right, so now I have a very light model that actually I can save it. I will just save it in the job back. And now what I will do is just move it like this. I can do it no problem because at the end of the day, nothing is linked to anything. And now what I will do is just import again this one with the parametric history. From this one now you see we have two that are very similar, and now I will start to play with what I am interested on from this one. So I want to create an engagement ring that is matching this wedding band. So the first thing that I will do is just add a gem. All right, so we have it here. Now let's go first for the gem. So the gem, it's important because we'll be gem on ring rail. Now we are getting it at the bottom. Why? Because at the very beginning of this video we moved the seams. So, but it's not a problem at all because the only thing that I need to do is just place it at 0.5. I like the dimension. And what I will go is for a close setting. So let's build a close setting head. I want it on head point. I like this double prong. I will probably drop it a bit like this from here. On the level 2, I will just do something like this. Let me just go back to the one. Cool. All right, I like it like this. We have 2 rails, so I will go to 1. And from the level 4, I will just move it up to here. I will work on the offset. Oh, damn it, I just edit. I'll just move it like this. And what I will do is set some gems in this area. So this is why I make it. I can go a bit less, something like this. Yeah. All right, I think that it will look very cool once it's finished. So now it's good because I have, the clothes and everything showing me the area that I want to keep solid. So let me just hide this for a while and let me work on this one. Now, it doesn't make sense to redo the ring and everything because at the end of the day, all the steps that I have been using, I have them here. Okay, so let's gonna use the profile placer and show it. So now I will show the profile placer, and from here I will start to add the metal that I want to keep. So probably I will go something like this, and I will show you how to do that. And it's easy, and because thanks to the parametric, it allows you to go very, very fast. So profile placer is this one. Yes, this is the one. So let me go like this. Now, so this is the one that I am interested with. All right, so let's go and let's use the smart curve, vertical. And now what I'm doing now is just selecting the area that I want to keep solid, okay? So probably it will be this area. Now from here I will use the extrude curve on both sides. And now what I will do is just go to the solid Boolean intersection between this new part and the sweep. All right, so I like that. I really like that. All right, now what will be the next? The next will be cutting the area that we want to keep the setting. All right, so I would like to do a seed for this setting. So first of all, just let me see on what height do I have the gem. So 5 millimeters, probably I can go to 6.5. So now everything will move up. Okay, so now I have, well, it's too much. Always keep in mind that you can go to the edit preferences, and from the dynamic commands you can use the recalculate geometry on command N. As you could see, the last operation took me a while, so now I can just move it so I can go back and it doesn't recalculate anything until I click enter. I probably can go a bit lower like this. All right, now I like it. Okay, now let's go and do something like this. So I will get this curve, and with control Shift. With Control Shift, now I'm making a copy. And this copy, I move it to here. Very cool. And now I will do the same. So on this one, I will do the extrude curve. Both sides and cap. And now the only thing that I need to do is just from solid do a Boolean difference between this part and this part. All right. So this is looking better and better. This is the part where we have all the stones, but the only thing that I need to do is just recover the second one, show, and do the Boolean difference with this one. So I select this, and I do the Boolean difference with this. And now I will have a nice and clean. So now it's doing the operation. All right. So this is looking good. This is looking very, very good. Probably I can drop just a bit this gem. Now I like it. Now that's cool. Alright, so I'm okay with these prongs. The only thing that I need to just cover is this area here. And this can be done easily from many different ways. So all this will be covered. Let me just hide this one. I will move it here. So all looks good from here. So the only thing that we will need to cover is just this area, okay? And the easiest way to do it is with a simple command that I'm going to type it in the command line, that it's called delete hull. So select a whole edge to delete. I will select this edge with a Control Shift, and let me just hide this part. As you see now, I don't have it in this side, I still have it here. I will do the same on this one. And we are done. Now I will select these prongs and get rid of them. Now I don't care at this stage if I break the history. It's something that I don't care at all. All right. So I think that we are in a very good stop. Probably if I show the stones, there are a few stones that I need to remove. So let's remove this one. these ones. All right. So I think that now this looks very, very good. Of course, that about the design, there is a lot of different taste. For sure that there is someone who's saying that this part should be narrower, so we have different ways to do it. But now if I show the other one, we have this nice ring that also what we can do is just use the mirror and we will have now this just on the other side. I will use the other direction. And voila. So now we have this ring, plenty of stones. Oh, I forgot to make the mirror of this part, but I can do it easily. Mirror probably wasn't selected. Oh wait, maybe it's because there is in this layer. Ah, there we go. I need to hide this, and so let me just select this one and this one and move them to this layer so everything looks the same. All right, so now we have this beautiful ring. This is an engagement ring, matching bands on each side, plenty of gems. Here there is something that I don't need. All right. So because we did it, how we did it is matching perfect. Still, you know, there are some things that we can clean up, like this surface and this surface here. Oh, and look, we have this also these holes that if we want, very easy, we can, well, at the end of the day, it doesn't mind, because once we do the mesh repair, we'll get this as a whole mesh, so it won't be a problem at all. All right, so let me see how many stones do we have here. So I think that there was 85 on this ring, so this will be 170, 242 diamonds, and the big one. So not bad, and everything moves smoothly. All right, so now that we have this, let's try to do a nice render. Something like that. Probably I will go, let me choose from, no, I will go to render. I will get the render studio. On this one, I will get the new materials. So these are the new materials. On this one and this one, I will apply the white gold. You know what, actually, what I'm gonna do, now that I have it all finished, I will save it. And what I will do is I will break the history and I will put another one. Or maybe, yes, I will try to make a nice animation and also some beautiful renders. So let's make everything visible so I can break the history, because you know what happens when you start to move. Just say that now I duplicate all this with the history. It means that I would be duplicating parts of this graph. So it's interesting that when you need to duplicate something as big as that, just break all the history, because then it will be easier to make any copy, as I did with the matching wedding band. I can also see that on this one I forgot to make, the mirror for this, but I will do it just in 1 second once I show all the graph. Alright, so now I have everything. First, let's gonna get rid of what I don't want. I don't want this. Oh, first I need to actually just break the history. So let's select everything, any miscellaneous, break history. Alright, fantastic. And now I will select, what guys are we missing? This one and this one and this one. Right? Yes. I have this. So which are the ones? Right. So I don't need this. I just need this, guys. Yes. And I will go to transform and to the mirror. Fantastic. Delete, delete. And on this one that I just made, that is actually these ones, I will go to miscellaneous and break the history. All right, let's get rid of the parts that we don't need. This, this. There is one here that we don't need. Okay, we don't need this curve. Cool. We are ready. So now to work with the render and the animation, I just select this part and with the Alt make one copy. Because the history is broken now, it's very easy for me to make and move anything. You see, so I can move it very fluid with no problem at all. So let's move this one also more like this. What I will create, I will turn on just 1 second Clay U to make kind of cushion to hold this one. So let me go to Clay U I will turn it on. And from primitives, so now it's telling me welcome to Clay U. I will select an sphere. So let me move it here. Okay. I will make it more like this and like this. And now I will just select these lines and I will make it more. I will try to make it more irregular. I want to do just kind of cushion. I will keep it like this because this is where, you know, the ring will be held. All right, so let's see. Let's move this guy here. First, let me turn off Clay U, and now I will move. Let's see how it looks like. So I'll move it like this. Just to be sure that everything is in the same level. All right. Cool. All right, let's see what material I can add here, like a kind of leather or something like this. Frosted glass, light glass, copper, metal. These are a lot of metals. Maybe a ground plane. Yeah, I will find something. Brown leather. Let's see how this brown leather looks like. Let me go to ray traced. Let's see, what else do we have? Here we have many different materials. Let's try a white fabric. Okay. Now I will go to the materials. These ones, the ones that are just for rendering. Keep in mind that on these ones you won't get the weight. It's just for rendering. I will apply material to these ones. When you use these ones, all of them get pink. Now, if I select these ones, I will do the same. And now on the diamonds, that are actually these ones, I will use the diamond model. Let's see how does it looks like. So let's first take a first look. Oh, I forgot to apply the Matrix Classic style. So let's see the difference first. So this is without the Matrix Classic. Let me use the Matrix Classic. And on the gems, I will use the Diamond Studio. And try again. Alright, these gems are too white for me, so probably yes. What happens if I choose? So we have many different options. The normal metal. Alright, let's try now. Once I find the right metal for this scene, then I will go ahead with the animation. You see the way that it's doing it now is with NVIDIA denoiser, and it's funny how it match everything with all the pixels. It gets all the pixels and put them together, so now this is why it looks a bit blurry. So look, for the center stone, I really like how the diamond looks like. I feel like it's very, very real. And here we are missing a bit more of, let me see without the, honestly, I feel it's very, very real what you can see here. I really like it. Let me try the last thing, that what we could do is just keep this one and this one with a normal diamond, and the small ones we could go with the diamond classic. So this will be the last test. So let's go for render. Love it. I think that this is the best combination. I like the one at the very top looking a bit more grayish because it's the big one, and the other one's whiter. No, I don't like the NVIDIA in this case because it makes everything too blurry. Let me just try the last one, that is with the Diamond Classic. Let's see. So all of them now are with the Diamond Classic. Yeah, I will choose this one. I like it. Okay, so let's stop with this. I will get some renders with a better resolution. Here on these ones, I have just 600 by 600 because I want to make a video of that. I will make them on full HD. So I will choose this one, and I will take a different perspectives and more passes. So let me do that, and I will put it in the video. So I will post the video now from here. All right, so the renders are done. As you can see, these are the materials that we choose, and it looks very, very real. So beautiful renders. All right, so now we will go to the animation. Let me go to render, animation. I'll choose this one. But what I will do, because this is, too small for this, I need a bigger scene. So I will do something like this, and I will move it higher, and I'll do something like this. Right, so okay, I will remove this one and apply this new one. All right, so now I'm ready. I will get the full HD. So this is okay. It will take 10 seconds, so it will be okay. So now the only thing that I need to do is just go ahead and create the animation. So I will do that and I will show you the result once it's finished. Alright, so the animation is done. Now here you can see all that we have been working in the animation window. You can see the result, the path that we set up, the materials and everything, so we have this great result. Alright, so the animation is done. Now it's time to get this design ready for production. So far we have been working on how to make the model, how to render the model and make an animation to show it to our customer. So the last step is to get the design ready for production, right? So I will prepare the 3 of them, but at the end of the day I just need 2 because this is the one that I just deleted is a copy from this one. I will hide this one and we'll start to work. There are a few prongs left. Just to the Sprue Dynamic. This is the ring. There we go. So I'm fine with that. You know that here you can make it wider. You can do many things from just this. Oh, look, I still had this from the previous operation, so let me get rid of that. Okay, just let me move it. That's right. So now it's following the ring. I can't get rid of these profiles because parametric history is not longer here. So this because this parametric has been following the ring, so this is okay. And now I will use the ring rail. I select the ring, and now I will be in a much better position. So maybe let me go like this. So I will place the first one just here. Let me click X, Y. So I will click the first one just here. Okay. I will move this one. Also here. All right. And I will add an extra one, more close to the area where we have the head, so all the metal can flow. All right, so I think that we are ready. Now what I will do is just turn off the gems. And the last thing that I will do for this one is just use the mesh repair so I can put it all together. There we go. So we have it ready. Even the look is not very good. The mesh quality is amazing. So this is something that we have been testing a lot. So even you see these little things, once I sprint, the quality of this mesh is very good. Probably something that I could do is just keep these prongs longer, but anyway, this is something that because the software is parametric that you can do at any time, so everything looks very good. If you want to go even with more resolution, we can go to 0.02 And now you will see that the mesh will get heavier, but at the same time we'll get a even better mesh with more resolution. So now it's doing all the different steps to be sure that everything is working fine. As you can see in the command line, it's saying clashing faces. So it's doing all the steps one by one just to be sure that the software is ready to print. You see now in the command line, you can see that it's finding an open mesh, but the mesh repair will fix it and will return a closed mesh. All right, all is fixed, so I click enter. I will come in the command line, I will type cell mesh, and I will move this mesh. All right, so we have the mesh ready for printing. And now what I will do is just keep this ring rail. I will get rid of that. And if I'm not wrong, I should have that right. This guy here. We will, just to avoid any problem, let me just put this one. I will move it just to work fine with the different supports commands. Okay. And now let's go for the next one. So I will do the same. I will use the Sprue Dynamic. Select ring. This is the ring. All right, so I have it here. And now I will go with the next one that from manufacturing is the ring rail support dynamic. I select this ring. Keep in mind that now you see I'm selecting the ring and all right, so now I will use the ring rail support. Keep in mind that if you see I'm selecting the ring, but it's telling me cannot use these objects, removing them from selection. And the reason why is because I have different parts. So because I have different parts, what I need to do is use the Control Shift. If I use the Control Shift, then I select just this part. Okay, so now I can get this one, move it up to here. Let me use the X and Y. Another one just here, and this one is just. And let me see. I will add another one just here, and maybe why not another one just like this. All right, so we have enough supports for the metal. Let me just drop this a bit. Fantastic. All right, so let's click enter, and again let's get everything and just do the mesh repair, and now I will go straight away with a 0.02. All right, so we have the mesh already here. All right, so this is the mesh. Now we just need to move it. All right, now I can get rid of that. I still have the curve from before. And now let me show the other one. That was this one. So now we have the two parts ready for printing and casting. Something that you can do if you want is select both of them, and on the command line there is a command from Rhino that it's called reduce mesh. So you can reduce it by at least a 60%. And the mesh is so good that even if you reduce it that much, you will get a very good mesh, and it will be lighter, so you can send it with no problem to the casting house or whatever you have to do with this mesh. All right, so now we will start with the reduce mesh. As you can see, I'm speeding up this process because it can take a bit longer. So I think that it took me like 3-4 minutes to reduce the mesh from these two rings. But once it's done, you get a very nice mesh, as you can see. Still, it's quite heavy, so probably we could reduce it even more, but we will leave it like this. So the process is done. So we have gone through the whole process from designing from sketch to presenting the model with animations and the renders, and then how to use all the manufacturing tools to get the files or the designs ready for printing and casting. So I hope you like it. Thanks for watching.